wanted to talk to you all a little bit about some of my favorite things. Some of my favorite things are local designers and then just yarns that I find are really unique, and I've gotten to meet the designers and the dyers. So first I want to talk about Kristen and Stitches. Kristen is a local designer and she's now a hand dyer. She does a year of national parks. So she completed her first year in 2020. Now she's on 2021. She not only designs the pattern, and they're all named after a national park, but she does the yarn then to go with it. And her patterns are just the funnest. They're just all so different and fabulous. And this is the yarn to go with this one. I forget the name, which national park. But in addition to her selling her hat patterns and her yarns online, we feature them here at Yarn Refuge because we're her local shop. So as soon as she finishes the hat, she comes in with the yarn, and we've got it all here for you to see and touch in person and buy both the pattern and the yarn right here. So here's just a couple of the latest. Let me put this one back. I love trying on all her hats because they're just so fun and fabulous, and she's so great. She looks the best in her hats. So here's another one with her yarn. She's here in Reno, really local. And then I'll do one last one. As you can see, they're all so different, and they all have a story. She has a story about why she picked that national park and why it's special to her and how she came up with the colors. So when you go on her patterns, you can hear the whole story of why. So Kristen is amazing. She's also gotten really into dyeing, and she's coming out with her own line of yarns, and we're going to be featuring them here. I've got a couple to show you, just a little preview, but we'll have them all for the yarn crawl. So these you've seen with the hats, but this is an idea of her colors and her vibrancy that she does. She's got a whole rainbow, a wonderful palette, and I'm so excited to have them. We'll have a full array of her colors in the fingering weight coming really, really soon. Another one of my favorite designers is not a yarn, but it's a bag. She's local here in Reno, and she finds fabrics, a lot of just beautiful ones, but a lot related to knitting. Yesterday we sold one. I think it was cats knitting, and then we have sheep knitting, and she also is really getting known for her bags that have states on them. So if people come in from all over, she's done Maryland, and she's done Wisconsin, and she's done, oh my gosh, you name it. But for the yarn crawl, we'll have lots of Nevada and California bags. So they're kind of the state bag, and if you have any special requests, you can make them up. Like I said, she's here local. She came in yesterday with an armful of bags, and I only was left with a couple because people literally grabbed them off her arm. They're wonderful. There's a perfect size for a project. So we all have lots of projects. I have several of these, and these then go in my attendee bag to keep them all organized. So my customers have lots of attendee and little project bags. So we'll have lots of those to show you. This is one of my favorite yarns. I found loop yarn at a yarn show a couple of years ago, and it was, to me, the most unique yarn I've seen. I just pulled a couple for you to see. But these are named in pairs, so she always has a pair. So this is Kiss and this is Makeup. So you can see they go together. This one is Wait, and this one is See. So we're gonna have a special going on during the yarn crawl of her yarns, and I'm currently in the process of knitting a sample that has all her different combinations, and there's so many of them. Lupus Fabric, she's actually in upstate New York, so she's not local, but I feel really close to her maybe it's because I'm from New Jersey that I feel close to her. She's doing a great job, and we'll continue to carry all her yarns. And then, did I pull anything out? another one I just want to show you. Bella Yarns, who's doing our yarn crawl yarns. She's out of Lafayette, California, and I feature her yarns as well. So I just wanted to show you a couple of those. They're all so different. Our designers are all so different, and they're all so talented in their own ways. And I think by showing you just a few of them, you get an idea of what's out there. I mean, it's just incredible. And it's important to tell the story behind the yarn, who these people are and why they're doing it and how they got started. And I'm happy to share those stories with you when you come in. And hopefully we'll have some of the actual dyers here in the shop for you to meet and get to know yourself.